Hey guys, so the level I was waiting for got hit during New Year session, basically 6 p.m. my time, Italy time, GMT +2, and this is the level. This is a daily time frame. So we took all these lows down here as I expected as I said also in my previous video. We took it, and now we are trying to determine whether or not it's a good long. I mean, these trades are always a little bit risky because there is high volatility. Also, you never know if that's the low, So usually in these situations, I enter a smaller position, and if I see a clear market structure change later on, I compound. So let's see. Let's see on the 5 minute. The 5 minute is looking pretty decent. So that's where I enter 25,900. I mean, 25,900 is not a special number, it's just basically above the monthly low. That's why I entered. Also, as you can see right here, because I like details. So this is the first sign of strength. So 5 minute candle, low, and then the next candle opens and they put a higher low, and that's a detail. It's a small detail, but it makes a difference, You put a lower high, and then for the first time, as you can see in a few 5 minute candles, for the first time we create a higher high here, and it's another sign of strength. Plus we reclaim the monthly low. So far, I'm not saying it's looking bullish, but I think it's worth taking a trade at least, maybe a smaller position and see how it goes. So in situations like this, where there's high volatility and where I enter basically here a smaller position, I would normally place my stop loss at the low, simply because the context is not very clear. And I'm fully aware that we could do this easily, take the low again, and then actually going up. In this situation, I would be okay with that, but because in this situation, I would enter again, and the market structure change here, So basically it will be like this: lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, and then I would enter here where we create a higher high compared to this high right here, So there will be a market structure change on the 5 minute. It's decently powerful if that happens during the right time, and the right time is New Year session. I would say not like at the end of New Year session. I would say from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. GMT +2. I don't know exactly what time is in New York. I think it's 6 hours before. Yeah, 6 hours earlier. So that's what I would do. If I get stopped out here, I would just re-enter here if we make a higher high, because sometimes you get stopped out and it keeps going down and going down and going down, and you are so happy that you place your stop loss right here because you lost the minimum. I mean, you tried too long, which was a very reasonable attempt in my opinion, and then you get stopped out and you can just let the market unfold and slow down. You can just wait, So that's what I would do normally. Right now, I don't know what's going to happen. That's the point, I don't know I guess nobody knows. Sure, we are above the monthly low, but slightly. I mean, in order to make it even more bullish, I think at least we would have to reclaim the VWAP. Reclaim the VWAP, and then of course it will be more bullish for sure, also because we came down so fast. And when something goes down or goes up very fast, it can also reverse and do the opposite as fast. So let's see what happens. Hey guys, I'm continuing the video from yesterday. So yesterday, this is the 1 hour time frame. Let's use the 15 minutes. So yesterday we were around here at this low at 6 p.m. my time, GMT +2. And then we went up a little bit, and I said that I wouldn't move my stop loss here just because I wasn't sure, I wasn't sure if we could have gone much lower, so yeah, I would have rather move my stop loss here and go from there. And maybe, I would have re-entered again if I liked it. So at the moment, this low, it could be the low, but I'm not convinced. Not convinced because the time of the low is 9 p.m., which is not a good time to put a good low or a good high in my experience. Actually, the best times are during the heart of New York session, which is from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. my time, and the daily open session, which is around from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. And 9 p.m. is like in the middle of nowhere. Sure, it's technically still New York session, but Bitcoin, that's not how it does it. I'll show you. That most of the time the lows and the most important lows and the most important highs are put during specific times. Like this, for example, the high from yesterday at futures open midnight. It's not a coincidence, futures open / almost weekly open. And this is a very common time, midnight, and then we dropped. This low, 2 a.m., daily open, 2 a.m., exactly, daily open. This low, 5 a.m., I didn't like it because 5 a.m. is kind of like in the middle of nowhere. In fact, we took it. And we took it how? By putting this high at New York session. And of course, it's not like 100% of the time, otherwise it would be too easy. But most of the time, the most important highs and the most important lows are put during the best times. This high, 6 p.m., perfect, New York session. This high, 2 a.m., again, another 2 a.m., daily open, very important session. This low, I can remember, 4 p.m., so New York session, perfect. And what else? This one, daily open again, I remember. 2 a.m. again, you see how 2 a.m. is powerful lately? So powerful lately. The daily open is such a powerful session lately. And this lower high that gave all this move down, I remember that it was technically set 13, which means 1 p.m., but I remember that technically it was at 1:55 p.m. So it was almost 2 p.m., which is still valid because New York session, for me, the heart of New York session is from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And I know New York session didn't really start at 2 p.m., but Bitcoin is not the stock market, It gets volatile very often from 2 p.m. So from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., those 4 hours, to me, is the best time to place an important high or an important low. And this higher low at 155, it was at 155. And this daily open again, I remember. This low right here, if I'm able to select it, 3 a.m., perfect, daily open from 2 p.m., 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. To me, that's daily open session. See how powerful daily open is lately? And this one was weird, actually. It was 9 p.m. on Friday, which is not a good time at all, but you know, it gave a good bounce. Like I said, it's not 100% of the time, but do you see likely it is to put the low or the high during one of those times? Do you see how likely it is? So likely. This went a little bit further than the 6 p.m. because it was 19. It was 7:15, if I remember correctly. I still took it because, sure, technically it's not the best, but I was looking for this area. I was looking for this high, which was the daily high. And see, it was a daily high right here. And we took it. So I short anyway because, I mean, what do I have to lose? The ratio was so good that I short anyway. And but usually, you know, for example, 8 p.m. I don't like it. 9 p.m. I don't like it. 7 p.m. I can make an exception here and there if I like the context. But 8 p.m. I don't like it. 9 p.m. I don't like it. 10 p.m. I like 10 p.m. for scalping. Sometimes 10 p.m. because I think it's Asia session. It gives sometimes small moves. It's not bad. But you know, New York session and daily open session are by far the best ones. So right now we put this low at 9 p.m. So now I'm a little bit skeptical about this low, but at the same time, when I look at the daily candles, I can see clearly that, of course, after taking, you know, our level from yesterday, this level right here, we are trying to reclaim it, to reclaim the monthly low. And at the moment, it looks like we put a higher low on a daily time frame. And of course, we can easily do on New York session, we can easily, you know, do this, drop again, take the low again and go from there. Sure, we can absolutely do that. But at the moment, this precise moment, it's looking a little bit more bullish, you know, just because, you know, this higher low, this possible higher low. I'll give you an example. Even here, we place higher low. Daily candles are so important. They give you a very clear heads up very often. Here, higher low compared to this one, you know, lower low, higher low, reversal. That's how the algorithm works, you know. Let's pick another one here. I remember this one clearly. I traded. We took the low, I remember, and then we go higher, and here, this candle in particular, higher low, and then we got this move up, and then the insanity happens again. We got it back, but it gave like 8%. I think it was an 8%. So daily candles are so important. Even there, I remember this one clearly. I traded it. We took this low right here, was a liquidity grab, and on the next candle we formed a higher low, and then we kept going up. So daily candles are very important. Even here, I can go on forever because that's how the algorithm works. You know, I'm not discovering anything new here. Probably it's been working like this for forever. Again, low, higher low on the next candle. I remember this. I think actually this was during the weekend. Maybe this was Friday. This candle on Friday. The next one on Saturday. So even the weekend, you know, it can give huge moves like this. Saturday and Sunday. Higher low, and then boom, huge move, huge. So are we gonna get the same thing right here? Because let's keep in mind that yesterday we came down so quickly, so of course we can go up as quickly. But the low is at 9 p.m., so I'm not fully sure yet. You know, I'm not fully sure. Maybe we're gonna take it again on New York session, and if we take it again, and then we go up. I think reclaiming the daily open would be very bullish. Yeah, would be very bullish. Let's see. Let's see what happened. The New York session is going to start in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So let's see what happens. So I think if one person didn't, wasn't able to long here, and I think, there are some bullish probabilities, I think it's not a terrible idea to just enter a very low risk long above this high, for example, for a market structure change here, and stop loss at this low. That would be the break of market structure. It would be very, very small risk. You're risking this to win an infinite amount, basically, because I classify this position where we are right now as a swing trade potential position. So I think it's okay here to trade maybe a little bit more aggressively, because even if you lose 2 longs and then you get the third right, you're still making a lot of money. Because here, my plan, I'm not saying we're going up for sure, 1 million. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying there is some potential. So if we do that, I'm not going to take profit, of course, soon, because there would be such a waste. Like if you can get like a 15, 20%, why would you take profit after 1.5%? Who cares? I don't trade like that. I try to maximize, but at the same time, I'm not greedy. I base my take profit on the context. And here, after we took a weekly low, another weekly low, a monthly low, and the daily looks like, they are shifting momentum. Of course, I feel like the algorithm is done taking liquidity on the downside. So we could go on the upside now. And I'm not going to take profit soon. I'm not, if I long. I think this long has very low risk because the daily open is here. So that's a reclaim of the daily open, reclaim, market structure change, and your stop loss will be here, a break of this market structure and the loss of the open again. And there will be probably more bearish, to continue the range down, this little range, maybe take this high and continue down. At the moment, we don't know. But personally, I would long that because I really have nothing to lose. The invalidation is so small, that I can take it, who cares? I'll take it. If I lose, good. I can long from lower, it's completely fine. So I'm willing to take this trade, even though I don't like particularly the low. There was the time of the low. But again, it's not a science. It's not like 100% scientific that the lows are put during the best times. That happens most of the times, but not always. So I'm 100% willing to take this long. We ended up taking the low, finally, at 2 p.m. And like I said, the New York session, the best times are from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So this low, to me, is way better than this one. But now we're trying to reclaim the daily open. I mean, it doesn't mean that this is the low for sure. I think the confirmation, we're going to have the confirmation when we change market structure clearly, like for example, we make a higher high compared to this one, and we go up. That will be the confirmation. So let's see what happens. At the moment, the daily candles, it's looking like it's trying to reclaim the daily open. And of course, if we're gonna have candles like this, after taking the previous day low, we're gonna have here a green candle like that, then it's gonna be pretty bullish to me. So let's see what happens. Let's see what New York opens brings. Let's see. So as we can see, we actually change market structure. After putting this low right here, we made a higher low, and now we change market structure. So at the moment, it's looking decent. You know, it's looking decent also because you reclaim the daily open. See, the daily open. But we can also see from a daily candle standpoint, it's looking better for sure. I mean, better if you're in a long. You know, I don't care whether I'm long or short, as long as I win, I'm good. I'm not one of those people, you know, that want Bitcoin to go to 1 million. Couldn't care less. You know, I just care about making good trades. So here, this is the context. We took the previous day low, so all the stop losses from yesterday that people put on this low, we took it in New York session, and then we reclaim the daily open, and now the candle is green, and it reclaimed the previous month low. This is the previous month low. So of course, you know, objectively speaking, this is looking more bullish now. But of course, it can go down again, you know. Let's see. We'll see how it goes. At the moment, it's nothing else to do, so I can wrap it up. And let me know if you have any question, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.